Christy, and welcome back to Kicking It with Christy. Yes, this looks weird. I understand that. It's Makeup Tutorial Monday, and we are going to be following a Christmas eyeshadow tutorial with green, red, and gold by Riki Karaus, and I will link her video down below. So, well, let's get to it. Okay, to explain all of this going on, I'm assuming she puts she puts powder underneath her eye. I'm assuming it's for fallout, if you get some fallout from your eyeshadow onto your face, which I'm going to redo because I tend to have a little bit of fallout. She is going to be using the James Charles X Morphe palette. I don't have that. You're gonna hear me say that about a lot of things right now because I'm just starting out, so, with makeup. But she also uses concealer. I use the concealer. I never usually do, but I figured I'd try. She is gonna go in with You're Kidding from the palette, which is their red. I'm using my NYX Ultimate Edit in Phoenix.
Go straight into this red shade right here called You're Kidding. I'm going to pack this directly in my crease, but I'm not going to go past the middle because that's where we're going to start our green. And I'm just going to start blending this out up toward my brow and then adding on more color as I need it. Because as we start blending it out, we are going to lose a little bit of that pigment. So I'm just going to blend the edges and then I'll go back in and pack it on. Into this shade right here called Daddy, and I'm going to be doing the same thing with that shade. Pack it on, blend it out, pack on more pigment as we go.
For Daddy, I'm going to be going into my Profusion Ultra Cool palette, which is the other palette I have. And I'm going to not drop this. I'm going to be using this green out of that palette. She's going to be cutting her crease with the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. I already have it, so.
But I'm only going to do the first initial outline, and then I'm going to go in with some micellar water and clean it up before I finish cutting my crease.
I'm just going to do the full thing with this. I'm not playing with micellar water. I'm sorry.
Called Face, and fill in the concealer with the shade.
Probably going to use this one right here. That looks about the closest as I can get.
Now I'm going to mix this shade right here called So Good and this one right here called Ring Light. And I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to pack this over top of that just to give us a little bit more of a gold color.
Maybe a little bit of this one down here. That's actually closer to Ring Light and that's closer to the other one.
Now taking the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liner in Starfire, I'm really going to pack this on top of the cut crease all over.
But I do have, again, the e.l.f. liquid metallic eyeliner, or eyeshadow, and I'm just going to go very lightly because this, you can get carried away with this. So I'm going to do that over top and kind of dab it around with my finger. So.
Glitter is drying. I'm going to mix Daddy and this black right here, Spooky, just a little bit of the black. And I'm going to pack this on the outer corner.
She's taking two different shades to make a darker green, Daddy and Spooky. But I kind of already have a darker green over here, until that's a little bit darker than the other one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use that. If knowing my luck, I would go to mix the black in and it would just be straight black eyeshadow, and I don't need that.
Same thing with a Q-tip and micellar water to make it real sharp like this one. And it is going to take away a little bit of our foundation, but that is okay because I'm going to go in with a concealer and really sharpen that up, and then I'll blend it all out.
Where I got these Q-tips, but they're so helpful because then there's like a normal one and a pointed one. So the pointed one's the one I'm going to use, I guess, to sharpen this upward. Now, of course, I'm going to replace my foundation.
Back into the green called Daddy. I'm just going to take this on my lower lash line.
She's taking Daddy on her lower lash line, so I'm going to do the same.
Into the red called You're Kidding. I'm going to do the same thing on the inner portion of my lash.
Take this red and do it on the inner portion of my lash line.
And then I'm just going back in and putting a little bit more red on this eye because we lost a little bit of that pigment. Lashes and lips, and I'll be right back to show you the final and completed look.
As her liner and lashes and everything else, I am going to go do the other eye off camera, also do the liner and lashes. I've tried doing lashes so many times that I don't know how anyone does them. I'm just learning. So I'm gonna go do the other eye off camera. Hopefully you know, finish up my face as well and put a lipstick on like she says. And I'll be right back. And I'm back.
Here we have the completed look.
I mean, not half bad, I guess. The first time using that green, so a little bit intense. I'm not used to using colors like that. Let me know what you guys think. I also, again, did not put falsies on. I don't know why, I just can't get the hang of them. Figure it out, I promise. Because I know a lot of looks like this do look pretty good without them, but I know that lashes make a big difference. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and, you know, if that rectangle down there is still red, what are you doing? Like, you know, you can poke that and, you know, subscribe. Both of my Instagrams will be down below, the one for the channel and my personal Instagram as well. I will see you guys Wednesday for Crochet Away Wednesday. Thank you so much for watching and just kicking it with me.